What up, y'all? It's your man, Abuamerican, chilling here. Hey, check it out. A situation made me think of something that I think is important. That I don't know if men know this or not, but generally, when a relationship ends with a woman, she needs some sort of internal validation to make you out to be a bad guy, so that she can say justifiably to herself, "It was the right choice to leave this guy." You know, to take herself off the fence. And in order to do this, what they try and do is they try and trigger you into your most vicious anger that they can get you in, so that you say something really bad and really mean, so that they're like, yeah, yeah, look, see, he's cruel, he's mean, he's this, that, the other. And then they can paint you as the bad guy and themselves as the victim. This is why you never hear of a bad guy girl at the end of a relationship. If he was a good guy and did everything that he was supposed to do in a relationship, if he was an absolute perfect guy, then they'll say he was boring, he was needy, he was this, he was that, whatever reason that he drove her off with his boringness. And if he was a bad guy, then he's just a bad guy. But either way, it's always the man's fault. Here's the thing. I want to say this to ladies. I'm going to say it like Patrice O'Neal said in his talk show, The Black Phillip Show. Go with love. There's no need for all that. You want to go, just go. No one has to be the bad guy. It doesn't have to be a good guy. It doesn't have to be a bad guy. But, just go with love. Say goodbye. Wish everybody the best. And keep it stepping. But a lot of women can't do that. Because like in that movie, The Accountant, with Ben Affleck, he's like autistic. He couldn't carry on properly or function properly if he didn't finish a task. And for a woman, that's like closing out the relationship with you as the bad guy is sort of like ending an emotional task. And it's important to her because she needs that go-to moment forever scorched in her mind as justification for leaving you. She doesn't want to have regret. She doesn't want to have doubt. She doesn't want to have fear that she made a mistake. So when you take an event, combine it with an emotional trigger, it's permanently seared into the person. And that's why she looks to make you as angry as possible so that you say or do the cruelest possible thing that you can in order for it to hurt herself, so that it's permanently seared into her mind and her heart and her soul as to why she left you and why it was justified. So, guys, understand it and know it. And here's the thing. Sometimes you're not going to get away with just leaving with love. They're not going to let you do it. So sometimes you got to give them what they want. Even if you don't mean it. I've had situations like that where you've just had to say some cruel and mean things. Because if you don't, like I said, like an autistic person, they will feel like they have an unfinished task. And so they will keep on and 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 on. It could be a song. Yeah, I think that was a song. Anyway, they won't stop. And this can take up hours of your life, days, weeks, months. They won't give it a rest. They can't. It's an emotionally unfinished task for them. Sometimes you just got to give them what they want so they can leave you alone. That's unfortunate. So anyway, to women, I suggest that you learn to lead with love. When I say with love, why do you have to have this? It's possible. I have a very good working relationship with my ex-wife. It's amazing. We're like friends just without the benefits. It's really cool. So it's possible. It can work, but it takes a level of maturity and stability. And even that had a rough start to it, where like that whole anger thing was in there at first. So even that had to be like transcended at first. But it is possible. And so I advise you to do it for your own tranquility, your own inner tranquility. Because to walk around carrying that much anger and hatred in your heart with so many people, because you're always going to have like bad relationships. Something's always going to go bad. And you can't have that type of hate and anger inside your heart. As a man, I've learned to like forgive and forget. Well, not forget, but forgive all the women. I don't care if I'm forgiven or not. But, learn to close off these relationships with peace. There's no need. Sometimes people aren't compatible and things aren't going to work out. That lack of compatibility doesn't mean you're enemies. It just means you're two people who don't get along. So anyway, this is my advice to the ladies. Learn to go or leave with peace and love. You don't have to hate him. You don't have to. And maybe leaving him is a mistake. Maybe it's the best thing that'll ever happen to you. It doesn't matter. Once you've made that decision to go, just go. This is a part of life, that there's going to be bad decisions that you make. And if you're afraid that you're going to make a bad decision to the point that you got to anger him to where he says something or does something so cruel and mean that it's forever seared in your mind, that moment, even if it's the exception, not the norm for his character, then there's something wrong with you and not with that person. So anyway, this is just a suggestion of mine. Men, if you didn't know this, now you know. Ladies, I think they know this, but I don't think it's an active knowledge. I don't think it's something they passively think about. I mean, they actively think about it. I think it's something that passively goes on in the background, but whatever. Yeah, I think that's it. Anyway, working on some new production, got some new equipment, so I'm gonna try and up the production game on these videos and go studio style. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. I don't know, but anyway, we are gonna try and increase the production style and level of the videos here and the content. So stay tuned. This is your man Abuamerican. Catch me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, all at Abuamerican. I'm out.